Hello, this is Key. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing this everyday makeup look video. It's just a kind of a typical makeup look that I would wear every day if I was just going to the shops, going to the mall, just going out and about, running my errands, and I didn't want to obviously wear a full-on glitter eye look, which there's nothing wrong with if you do want to do that. But yeah, this is a very quick and easy makeup look. It didn't take very long at all. I would be able to do this makeup in about 15 minutes, if probably less. Yeah, so if you want to see how I created this everyday makeup look, then just keep watching. So I've already done my skincare, which is a video for another day, but if you do want me to do a video on my skincare routine for dry, kind of blemished skin, then let me know in the comments and I'll do that for you. So I'm just going to prime my skin now, and I have a sample of the Illamasqua Hydra Veil primer. I got a few of these when I was actually in makeup school. This one is the Hydra Veil rehydrating gel, and it's supposed to be good for dry skin like mine. If anyone's ever used this, it's really weird. It comes out really weird. Like, it comes out like, I don't like actual jelly. It's so strange. Like it actually is like jelly. But I'm just gonna pop that all over, mainly around my nose area and cheeks where it's really dry. I'm so pale that when I touch my face it goes pink. Next, I'm going to take my favourite foundation. This is the foundation that I literally wear every day. I also have this in my kit and I use it on my clients as well because I just love it so much, and it's the Revlon Colour Stay foundation. I've talked about this foundation before and I absolutely love it. It comes in two different formulas, so you can get a normal to dry formula or you can get a combination oily formula. Obviously I've got dry skin, so I prefer to use the normal dry. I don't have a shade that suits me at the moment because I'm not wearing any tan, so I'm actually going to mix the two of these together. I'm mixing the Ivory 110 and the Early Tan 340. One of them is a combination oily formula and the other is a normal dry formula, but I think mixing them together it's fine. It doesn't have any, I never have any problems. So I'm just going to take one pump of each. I don't really have any rhyme or reason to it. I normally just dig in my makeup stash and pick out a pretty light one and a kind of a medium one and just mix them together. Usually it's fine. I can kind of eyeball it, like, but you know, that kind of comes with practice. I'm just mixing them together on this little palette that I got, which is so cute. I got this in Primark. I think I got it for like €1, honestly. It's really cute. I wish I had picked up more of them now because I use this, like, I honestly use this every day. So when I'm doing a heavy glam makeup look, I will do my brows and my eyes first, but for an everyday makeup look I'll normally just throw on my foundation first. I'm buffing my foundation in with the, I can never say this properly, Karate, is that how you pronounce that? Karate? F26 brush. Now if I was going on a night out or if I was doing more of a heavy glam look, I would probably put another layer of foundation on, but honestly this is probably the amount that I would wear on a normal day-to-day basis. The reason that I love this foundation so much, it's a medium coverage but it shows my skin through it. It has a lovely finish to it. It's obviously if I get the normal dry combination it's not matte. It just has a lovely sheen to it. It shows my natural skin underneath it, which for my day-to-day makeup I like to be able to see my actual real skin underneath it. I know I have a few blemishes under here on my nose that haven't been covered up by the foundation, but I'm going to use concealer for that. But honestly that really doesn't bother me that much. Like I just prefer to look like I have my own skin, but it just looks a little bit better on a day-to-day basis. If I'm going on a night out and I'm wearing a more glam heavy look, then I want to look fully covered up and flawless, but on a day-to-day basis I prefer my skin to look luminous, glowing and natural. Next I'm grabbing my favorite concealer, and you wouldn't believe what it is. It's actually from Primark. It's the My Perfect Colour Liquid Concealer. I have a few of these in my collection, but because I don't have any tan on at the moment, I am using the shade Ivory. It says it's a medium coverage and it has vitamin E and aloe vera in it. It reminds me a lot of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Now on a day-to-day I would normally just use a little bit underneath the eyes, and I'm obviously going to have to use it there as well as cover up the little blemishes. I'm not sure what's going on with my skin at the moment, but normally any breakouts that I have are hormone related, but for some reason I'm getting a cluster of spots, little pimples underneath my nose, and it seems like when one is gone or starting to go down, I get another one like straight away. I actually don't know what's going on like. So I'm just going to use my Jessup Concealer Buffer Brush 142 just to blend in my concealer. This is quite a light coverage concealer. It says it's medium, but it is quite light coverage. And then on my blemishes I just pat that in. You can see even though it's a light coverage, it's still kind of covered it up. Next I'm going to use my favourite powder, my favourite affordable powder, which is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I'm using it in 220 because I'm pale. This is 220 Natural Beige, but I also have the 235 Pure Beige for when I am a little bit more tanned. Excuse me. I'm just going to use it on my KitCo My Flawless Powder Brush. Next I'm going to move on to the brows, and I'm going to use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette. I desperately need to get my brows threaded. I must have been saying that for the last 4 videos. I still haven't been to the salon. I just haven't had the time. I love this pencil for doing a natural brow because it's so skinny. I don't know if you can see that. The nib is so fine that you can really get in and mimic natural hair strokes. Okay, and then what I would do next is I would take a brow gel. I'm just using the Pixie by Petra brow gel, and to kind of keep up with the more natural looking brow, I like to brush the brow gel through my brows, but I like to brush the hairs up. Okay, now that obviously looks a little bit crazy because I haven't been to the salon, like I said, so I need to get my brows threaded. But so now I'll have to kind of brush a few of them down, just so it doesn't look as wild. If you brush the hairs up a little bit, it just kind of looks little bit more natural rather than just like a straight block. And I always like to brush in the brow. I always like to brush the front of the brows in a little bit, because apparently if your brow hairs at the front are kind of brushed in and bushy, it actually makes your brows and your whole face look more youthful. There you go. Next, to prime my eye, I am taking the Lasting Perfection Concealer by Collection in the shade Fair. If I'm doing a more glam eye look, I will use my MAC Select Cover Up, but on a day-to-day basis, I use this collection because this collection concealer, I just absolutely love it. I do also like using this on blemishes, like, so for example today I could probably use it on the little blemishes that I have there. As a matter of fact, I think I will, because it's matte, because it dries matte, it will just stay like all day. What I like to do it is I actually put it on like that. This is really weird. I put it on like that and then I just leave it for a few minutes, and when this product dries, it does tend to oxidize a little bit, so be careful. Like, I would definitely recommend, for the majority of people, I would recommend that you buy fair, because I made a mistake of buying cool medium once and no, it turns orange. There's nothing cool about it. But when it dries, it also kind of gets a little bit thicker, so I like to leave it dry for a few minutes and then I actually just pat it in to the blemish, and then it pretty much stays the whole day. So now you can see, I'll just pat that in. And it just covers that up completely. Now I'll put a little bit of that powder over it, of my Maybelline powder over it, just because it does look a little bit bright there. For the eyes, I'm taking the Revolution Neutrals versus Neutrals palette. It's got a lovely selection inside of, oops, sorry, I nearly blinded you there, of kind of warm colours, a few matte and a few shimmers. So on my Jessup 228 Luxe Crease brush, I'm just going to take this shade here, which I don't know if you can see on camera very well, but it's a kind of a cool beige tone. I'm just going to use that as a transition shade, and I'm just going to pop that in the crease. When I'm doing an everyday makeup look, this is the type of transition shade that I always grab. Just a very neutral, soft shade. Okay, so next on a flat brush, I'm going to take this pink shade here. It's a kind of a shimmery rosy pink colour, and I'm just going to take that on a flat Jessup 233 cream shader brush. We're not creating any kind of cut crease or any kind of definition really, we're just giving the lid a little bit of shimmer. Now on a small buffer brush, the Petite Eye Blender brush by Jessup, I'm just going to take that kind of beigey shade that we had before and just put it on the lower lash line. Okay, and then just to finish off that eye, I would take this light shade here. It's a kind of a shimmery shade, and I would literally just take this on my finger and I place that on the inside corner of the eye, just kind of rub it in. Just to highlight the eye and open up the eye a little bit more. And if you wanted to, you could actually just dab it underneath the brow bone as well. I should say underneath the brow, on the brow bone, in the arch, and that actually lifts up the arch, lifts up the brow and makes your eye look whiter and brighter. For an everyday eye look, I would not normally do a winged liner, not very often anyway. If I was going to do any kind of liquid liner, I would normally do just like a line across. But what I normally do is I normally take a pencil, like this one is a Barry M Super Soft Eye Crayon in number 2, and it's kind of a bronzy shade. Yeah. And what I tend to do with this is I actually just run it along the lash line. And then I would take a brush, like a smudger brush, like this one is the Morphe S20, and I would literally just smudge that all in. And then if you want to, you can put it in the waterline as well. Then I just take some mascara. This one is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Knockout Define, Lift and Fan Mascara. I seem to be using this one quite a lot. Anyone who has been watching my other videos, you'll hear me say that I really don't have a preference with mascara because I wear false lashes anyway, and to be honest, my lashes are so shit and stumpy, I feel, that no mascara doesn't really works miracles for me. Like it's all just the same, to be honest. To finish off the face, what I normally do on a day-to-day would be I would take my Benefit Hoola. Depending on how tanned I am, I would either use the Hoola Light or the original Hoola. As you can see, I use the original Hoola quite a bit. And I normally just take it on a fluffy brush. This one is the Jessup 100 powder brush, and I literally just do a very light type of contour. It's more like warming up my face, really. A little bit on my nose. I don't generally contour my nose because I'm quite happy with the shape of it, but I like to just dust a bit of bronzer on top of it so it looks like the sun has actually hit my nose and given me a bit of a tan. Then I will just take any of the blushers from this palette because while I've got it open I might as well use it. I would mix the Dandelion and the Rockateur together, which are quite nice pinky rose colours, and it'll go really well with the eye that I've created today as well. And then I would take a highlighter. Normally on a day-to-day I would go for something that's not massively in your face. I normally go for kind of a more subtle highlight, dare I say it. At the moment I've been grabbing the Illamasqua OMG highlighter almost every single day. A stunning highlighter. It's kind of a goldy colour, but it's not too gold, so it does suit my skin tone. And I'm taking that on a Jessup 105 Luxe highlight brush. Then for lips, every single day I do the same thing. I put a little tiny drop of oil on my lips. My lips are so dry and I have a terrible habit of picking my lips, especially at night time when I'm watching the TV. It's a terrible habit. It's like I don't even notice I'm doing it when I'm watching TV. I'll start picking my lips or start biting my lips. It's terrible, and that's why I have all these little marks on my lips. It's a terrible habit. I really think it must be some kind of compulsion. So then I will grab a neutral lip liner, something like the NYX Nude Suede Shoes, or maybe the Kiko Milano 504, which is, I think I'll grab that one today, something different. So it's a kind of a orangey nude shade. So then generally I will just pop a gloss on top rather than lipstick if it's just for an everyday. So this one is the Kiko Unlimited Gloss in number 11, and it's almost like a bubblegum pink, but it doesn't turn out like that. These are very sheer, but I love these lip glosses. I have loads of them. If I have time, then I'll pop on lashes, which obviously today I do have time, so I will do that. The type of lashes that I would go for on a day-to-day would be something quite natural, kind of wispy. So I just put my lashes on off camera, and you can see that they're just kind of like a natural-ish kind of wispy lash. I think I got these from Primark actually, and I use the dual glue to apply them. I probably use that like every day. I love it. That one and the Revlon Precision Clear Glue. If I am really like short for time, I will use the Revlon Precision Clear Glue. Mine is manky, dirty. I need to get a new one, because this one it dries a lot quicker. You just put it on and literally like stick the lash on and it'll stick. The dual glue you need to wait for a few minutes to kind of for it to get tacky, but the dual glue, there's no beating it. It's brilliant. Once those lashes are on, they are on. And that's pretty much it. That would be my typical everyday makeup look. I would normally finish it off with a little spritz of the Max Fix Plus, and that helps to I ate some of that. That helps to just blend all of those layers of powder together. If I was wearing more of a heavy glam look, I would probably wear the Skindinavia Set and Spray. This is my absolute fave. But for everyday look, this is sort of typically what I would wear. So that's my everyday makeup look. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. Subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every week, and thanks so much for watching. Love you guys.